Hi there, and welcome back to We Are Famous EFC. My name is, of course, Adam. Welcome back to day two. It is the match preview ahead of Everton's game against Bournemouth at Goodison Park. A 3 kick-off on Saturday afternoon when the sunshine is going to be shining at Goodison Park. So let's get straight into it. It is the match preview, of course. So Everton are coming off a 3-0 win to Doncaster in the Carabao Cup second round. A fairly decent game by Everton in the second half, but the first half was dreadful. So let's hope that Sean Dyche's Toffees can set up good. Sean Dyche has also held his pre-match press conference ahead of Saturday's game today, and will be playing his match reaction to his press conference, and also I'll give my starting predictions and my starting lineup and my score predictions. And the score predictions today is going to be a 1-0 win to Everton against AFC Bournemouth, as Sean Dyche really needs to save his job. So I'm going to give Everton the backing and Sean Dyche a 1-0 win to Everton. So let's get straight into it, of course. Hit subscribe before you watch this, and like the video, please. So it's going to be a hard game for Everton against Bournemouth, but because we're at Goodison Park, I believe that Sean Dyche's Toffees can do this at Goodison. It's going to be hard for the whole 90 minutes, but I've got belief that we've got the quality, we've got the players, so we can get it done. But it's going to be really, really hard, as I said, to get the job done. It's going to be extremely, extremely, extremely hard. And yeah, I believe that Sean Dyche's Toffees will do it on Sunday. Let's see what manager Sean Dyche has to say in his press conference today. Here's Sean Dyche, the Everton manager.
Stage of the window, who's out there, who could be done, who might not be able to be done, that sort of thing. So but yeah, that'll be coming at us as it does, sort of thing. When we've got a chance to operate, we will.
We're told Oriol Mangala's one of the players that potentially the move is getting closer towards. I presume you're not going to say too much because you don't want to jinx it, but how important would it be to sign a...
I know that my words can jinx it. I'm not superstitious, but no, he's a player who is making his way over. But there's still a lot to do with the details of any deal, as there always is, of course. But there's got a chance of us getting him over and seeing if that deal can be done.
How important would it be to add a centre midfielder of his stature?
I think it's important to add any players. He's got a bit more know-how than the other signings we brought in, having played in the Premier League a little bit more. We'll see, but he's got to get here first, and we haven't got him here first. So we'll see if the deal gets done.
Given the start you've had in the Premier League, how refreshing is it, I suppose, to potentially bring in one or two new signings before the window closes?
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to be active. People sometimes forget that, and we've been as active as we could be with the signings, and trying to bring in players who can operate immediately and also grow into the club and the league. That's a big challenge. And so we want them to do that. And obviously the players who've been here before, I'm super proud of everyone here and what they've given to the cause, that's for sure. And that remains. They've given a lot over the last couple of seasons, the players who have been here, the added players coming in, we want them to get that feeling for the club and that attachment to the club and the same work ethic to go and deliver.
I know every game is a big game, but considering the start of the season, how much of a relief would it be if you managed to score the first goal and sort of the tempo?
Yeah, it's not just every game's a big game, but we forget last season I think we had 1 point after 5 games. So it's not new territory. Unfortunately, that is. Obviously, we don't design it like that, I can assure you. But last season we had a tough start of the season. It can happen, and you don't want it. And we had 11v11 on the first 2 games of last season, lost 1-0 and 4-0. So they're reminders of the truth of the Premier League and how difficult it is. You have to be on your situation, on your performance level, all the time. And I think that's a reminder to all of us, where you've got to be. We didn't want that, as I said, but it's there and it's real. So now we've got to react on it and make sure we look after ourselves in the next one.
Sure, appreciate it. Thanks for to Stuart at Premier League.
Excuse me.
So, because the international break is next, I just wonder how important it is to get a positive result this weekend to stop some of the noise about it.
Well, you want a positive result all the time. We don't deliberately make bad noise. Bad news. Sorry, it's come our way from a couple of performances that have not been strong enough. So now it's correcting that and correcting the way that we're playing to go and win, of course. But it's the noise around here has been around for a long time. So we've been working very hard to change the narrative and the feel, and it's difficult. And if you don't win games, that of course adds to it. So it's our responsibility and my responsibility as manager to make sure we do turn the corner and change and get results, along with performances. There was a good sign the other night, albeit with all due respect, I said afterwards to Doncaster. We should take care of business in that game on paper. We know it's not that easy. They pushed us really close last season at their place, and I thought we gave a very strong second half, and I reminded the players of the freedom that comes when you're playing like that to go and play, and the fans go with you. And I said, but we have to be the start point. The fans have been there forever, and they will be. So we have to start that process when they get behind the team and can, smell a good performance and they can feel a good performance. And I think second half we did that, and now we've got to do it, like I said, with all due respect to Doncaster in the Premier League against Premier League outfit.
But is it difficult to get the players to play with the freedom that you want when the pressure is...
Yeah, of course. But the players here, another thing we've spoken as a group about, they've had some incredibly pressurised situations here in the last 2 years and before I was here. I've been here, 20 months? Even before that. I mean, they've had some incredibly tough times, and I couldn't be more proud of these players. They've been incredible at what they've given, and now we've got to give more. That's just the demand of a footballer, and that should be the demand, by the way. Whenever you think you've given enough, you haven't. There's always another step. There's always another game. There's always another performance that needs taken care of. That's what we're going to do, go and take care of ourselves.
Coleman and Garner came back. Are they okay? And is there anything on Braithwaite?
With Shay and, excuse me, Jimmy, we had to monitor the minutes, be careful. They've been kind of wanted to come back and been free to come back, but with not enough training really. So I was really pleased with their performances and how they went about it. So that adds a bit more depth to us. Jared's still a bit of time away. Youssef's obviously a bit of time away as well. And Pato's making sort of sensible strides back. We knew that would take a bit of time. And so we're still three very strong players and very good players missing. And a couple who are nearing to full fitness, but not quite.
Thanks, Stuart. We'll go to Julia.
Can I just ask, regarding outgoings, is there a cut-off that you and Kevin Thole have maybe decided, such as would they have to go today in order to be able to get replacements?
Well, I mean, you do hear about last-minute deals. I've been involved in a couple myself down my years of management, but you prefer to get them done quicker, obviously, but it doesn't always work like that. So we'll be around and monitoring the situation.
So that was Sean Dyche's press conference ahead of the Bournemouth game too. So let's get straight into it now. Time for the starting 11. In goal, I've gone with Jordan Pickford. Brilliant against Doncaster. Did some good saves. So for me, he starts again. Next to him, I'm going to go with, in front of him, right back Seamus Coleman, James Tchaikovsky, and Jake O'Brien and Vitaly Mikalenko. In midfield, Tim Inaboomum, Idrissa Gana Gueye, Jimmy Garner. In the middle, I've gone with Iliman Ndiaye. On the right, Jack Harrison. On the left, McNeil. And up front, Beto, because he scored against Doncaster. So Dyche, for me, should be looking at Beto to start that game. And I tell you what, if he does have that, what a lineup that's going to be. And my predictions, a 1-2-0 win to Everton on Saturday. Everton are coming back, and we're coming back for a win. So the reaction on Saturday after the 3-0 win on Tuesday, the reaction from that is going to be another win against Bournemouth at Goodison Park. Up the Toffees. And let's hope that we win, because we are. Stay positive, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.